Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Warhammer 40k Space Marine Anniversary Edition. The game is available on PC, Xbox and PlayStation. Warhammer 40k Space Marine is a third-person hack-and-slash shooter developed by Relic Entertainment. You play as a Space Marine sent to a world under siege by orcs. The game has a solo campaign and an online multiplayer wave-based mode, with this edition featuring more maps and other game modes for multiplayer. So what's it like to play? Well, right from the get-go, Space Marine is a chaotic, action-packed and brutal affair. Your Marine can use both melee or ranged weapons to destroy the orc armies. Melee combat features some brutal weapons and blood-fueled executions. There's a plethora of combos, and it's just really good fun, pick up and play as you just mow down enemy upon enemy. But fear not, ranged combat also allows you to switch between 4 firearms from grenade launchers, snipers or machine guns. Overall, I found the skirmishes to be really good fun as you wade into the kind of large crowds, the pretty useless orcs for the most part. I mean, there are more challenging foes once you get beyond the first 3 to 4 chapters, but initially it is a bit of a slaughterhouse. You'll be fighting against overwhelming odds and wave upon wave of fleshy orc. Executions are one of the most satisfying ways to off enemies, and this also boosts your health, so it basically does encourage you to be more brutal, a little bit in a similar way to the way Bloodborne did. Not quite as important, but you know, it's helpful. It makes you get more stuck into the melee combat. In terms of level design, I'd say it looks cool, but it is very linear, it's very focused and simple, which is not a bad thing. You know, you follow the path, kill everything that moves, pull a switch, kill more orcs, etc, etc. You'll gain more gadgets as you progress, like for example, a jetpack that lets you fly over the battlefield. Over time, you know, it does become quite challenging as you make your way through the multiple chapters, but I wouldn't say it's a game that will take you more than a week to play. Now, most of you watching this probably think, oh god, is that a Gears of War I missed? Well, you'd be mistaken for thinking it was. The similarities between this and Gears are remarkable. And although I'd say it isn't as good as Gears 1, 2 or 3, it certainly captures sort of the chaotic brutality of that series, albeit in a slightly different way. Finally, aside from the solo campaign, you've got an online multiplayer mode which has waves of enemies that you can fight, a few maps. I didn't really play this too much, but it's there if you want a bit of variety and a step away from the campaign. Visually, despite the game's age, I'd say it's pretty solid, although the environments, they're quite bland and ugly on the whole. But the Marines and the Orcs, they've got wonderful details, and the combat animations in particular, very smooth. Sound-wise, loud, brash, chaotic, with raw, brutal and visceral effects, and a booming soundtrack. Okay, good and bad points. What's good? The melee combat is very satisfying, it's easy to pick up and play, the linear structure and chaotic combat make for an entertaining experience, and the multiplayer options mix it up a bit. Bad points. The level design is a bit uninspired, no local split screen, what? And it can get a little repetitive after say 8 to 10 chapters, with the last stretch of the game becoming a bit of a slog. Okay, verdict. Warhammer 40k Space Marine is a fun, chaotic and linear game that took me back to an era where games were focused, fun and over the top. For anyone who enjoyed the first 3 Gears of War games, I'd strongly recommend this, or if you're a Warhammer fan, as this is probably the best game I've played in that Warhammer universe. Sadly, they don't make games like this anymore. Why? I've got no idea, because it's really entertaining, you know? And it just throws you straight into the action without having to walk for 30 minutes to a checkpoint in these boring open worlds we're so used to. So great fun, a good recommendation for anyone craving some mindless action. You know, it's a shame there isn't any couch co-op, I can't believe there isn't, but you know, hey, what can you do? Single player fans though, definitely give it a go. Okay, scoring, I'd give Warhammer 40k Space Marine Anniversary Edition 8 out of 10. Okay, that's the review. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Thank you.